It's Tartan coming at you with another game of Geometry Dash. Earlier today, we beat Jumper, and right now we're playing Time Machine. The game forgot that I played Time Machine this morning. It says I haven't played it, but I played it on video. I can prove it. However, it's gonna say that everything we do is our best, but that's all deceptive, right? Hello, that one trombone. In reality, we've gotten to like 89% or something, but hey, at least we'll have the satisfying sound, even though we know it's a lie, even though it couldn't be true. I don't know why I'm currently using the mouse, but I guess I am. Alright, back to the controller. The thing I actually play with. Nope, it's not working. Well, is this thing on? Alright, it apparently no longer is recognizing the controller, so I guess we'll play with the mouse, that's okay. Oh, you say you haven't watched me play this yet, Wonderman? Yeah, I just started on Sunday or so, but I've been learning a lot. The game's a lot of fun. Provides me with lots of opportunities to reflect on the nature of existence, usually at the point of a spike. Hey, Natasha. The game forgot our best, which I said at the beginning, so it's gonna say that it's a new best, but really we've been through all of... Okay, well, it's not gonna say that it's a new best because I ran into the wall. Hello, Shar. Also, it's not recognizing my controller right now, so I guess it's back to the mouse. Okay, terrible. Yeah, I beat Jumper this morning in just like 4 or 5 minutes of attempts. That's all the original levels you said? Oh, cool. I got to like the 80% in it, but the game forgot. I must have closed it out improperly something. I was playing it on stream. But I did what I thought was very, very well on Time Machine. Like, basically from the start of Time Machine on this level. Like, I adapted to the backwards sections basically immediately. I got huge chunks of improvements. The weird upside downs that happened later on, I got through most of those. It was just, oh, okay. There that I was complimenting myself. But anyway, I wasn't even dying with a rocket ship that much, although I've done it now. But my controller is not wanting to work, which I did not realize before I started it up. So I'm readapting to the mouse. My 1,083 jumper attempts were mostly with the controller. I realized by clicking around on the screen that the game does count for you. And Okay, so what's going on there? Not right there, but earlier. I think I was just jumping to... Wow, okay, so normally I just breezed right through this part, I swear. Okay. I should have made sure my controller worked before I started the stream. Okay. Can I just shift chords around and make it come to life? No, it doesn't want to recognize it at all. Oh well. Well, I will just play with the mouse, that's okay. I was doing a lot better this morning on Time Machine. Anyway, I jumped like basically to like 89% or something. I'm gonna do that. So I try to never blame a game for me dying, but I will blame a controller, and yeah, I'm definitely blaming going back to the mouse for me dying right here. Up arrow key. I could try that. Oh, it's gonna be so loud. It's gonna be so loud. Oh man, yeah, this is probably not a great level to be trying to acclimate to new inputs on. But I played a bunch with the mouse before I got the controller to work for it. Because my controller, it's like a PS4 controller, I think. I don't know. I didn't have a PS4. I got it from my brother because he like got a. Anyway, I didn't pay for this controller. You know, I inherited it. I was given it, and it works on some games, and then on some games I have to, you know, go through some extra effort. Like on Celeste, I have to run it through like the OpenGL beta for the application. But here we go. Ah, I know not to do that. That might be actually the first time I've died there. But the game says it's my best, so we could all pretend to believe it, even though some of us know it's not true. And for the rest of you, I've said it so many times now. I must have just incorrectly quit the game. It's funny that it remembers that I beat Jumper, but not any of the Time Machine attempts. But I guess maybe it's like a forced save when you get an achievement where it does it. I won't pretend to know, but that sounds like it would make sense. I should have held reset while turning the power button off. No, the real reason I played with controller was terrible. Was that I kept clicking out of the window because none of the settings make it run like a proper borderless thing. Even the word borderless is just totally meaningless. Anyway, I'm not complaining, only slightly, but so like sometimes in very clutch moments of runs, you know, in the second level of the game, I would just click out of the window and it would force a pause, and then I would, you know, usually die. And that was sad. I can't wait till that happens here at an important moment, and then I can react responsibly. Alright, that is a new best. My previous best was 89%, so there we go. That's the part I hadn't got past. And now the game is back on track with my actual accomplishment, which is, you know, nothing. You're awarded no points for almost finishing. That's not true, they award you some of those blue points. Anyway, I award myself no points for almost finishing. I just smashed in. Oh no. You say if I can get through the rest of the level without practice mode, then I'll be really skilled for someone new player. Aha! Now I have to try. I did the other levels without practice mode. But I do remember people in chat talking about being at like 95, 97% on Time Machine or whatever, so... You know, I might use it. It's hard to say. I did 1,083 jumper attempts. Oh no! No, it's not that I would be ashamed of it. I don't know why I am the way I am. Not a single person has implied to me that I should avoid it. Not even in the slightest bit has anyone been like, hey, see if you can do it without that. Ah! Hello, Mizor. Yeah, in fact, most of the time whenever the subject comes up, which is pretty frequently, people are like, okay, that's fine, but you really should probably do it anyway. Ah, me. But you know, what's the point of practice mode if I can't get past these spikes? No, I sort of tried it one time, and then, anyway. Blah. There were buttons on the UI, and then I changed the opacity, and then there were auto checkpoints. I didn't understand it, and then I basically immediately went away from it. But I turn it on when people like send me customs to try out, even though I still quit them if they're like totally beyond my skill level, just so I don't have to spend a lot of time trying to figure out how they all operate. Some people send me like hilarious joke customs, but some I know are ones that are just like, I wouldn't call them slightly beyond my skill level, definitely beyond my skill level, but not a troll level beyond them. And some people send the ones with little Oni masks at me, and I appreciate the spirit of the joke. And depending on the level, sometimes I make 1 or even 2 jumps before I die, over and over and over. Ah! It's like there's so many of these little obstacles that are just so easy, but of course, part of the charm of the game is that it makes you do all of them in a row. And one tiny... No! One tiny moment, one fraction of a second, and then, like an absolute amateur, you're dying before you get to go backwards. I have that problem a lot. I start thinking, all right, this is the easy part. You've been here maybe 100, maybe 200 times. It's all good. All you have to do is go backwards and then bam, right into the wall. I was like, don't run into the thing, self, no matter what. I should have said, also, by the way, if you fall down into the thing shaped like swords or maybe daggers or spear points, they will act like arrowheads or maybe punji sticks or maybe disastrous, spiky safety pins embedded in carpet or any other triangle-shaped thing that you ought not want to step on. Maybe. If only I had thought to mention that to myself too. But there's so many geometric shapes, and one can't be expected to remember all of the dangerous triangular ones. After all, are not some of them delicious? Are there triangle-shaped cookies? Probably. I just ran into the wall again. That's not ideal. Oh, you're joking. How could I have done that? Like I said earlier, I just like sort of made it. I can't prove it though. I didn't figure out that you could do this bounce timing for all of those myself. Somebody told me, and then I died. You know, it just goes to show that you can't teach people anything if those people are me. I was trying to do the jump thing more. It's probably going to get me killed. I mean, I have to start sometime. Not there. Obviously, I don't have to start there. That's a bad place to start. Way too early. Why? 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 Why would I forget the only thing that happens there? The only thing that happens in that tunnel is you die if you don't jump over the thing. I was like, ooh, shiny, why don't I pounce upon it? What is the worst thing that could go wrong? After all, there are not spear-shaped things around. That would be dangerous. Here, let me just jump into this forest of stalactites. Unless it is stalagmites, who can tell the difference? No one, they're the same shape. Roughly triangular. Jumping over that shiny thing, like I should have done last time. Unimportant, gotta let it go. Because it is black and white time again. My favorite way of seeing the world. I was already clicking to jump, and I was in the wrong section. You say it seems I learned how to buffer my clicks. Oh, don't be so hasty. I'm trying to do it some, because a lot of people have told me it's really important, and that I 100% agree. Just like I agree that practice mode would make me a better player. But I wouldn't say I've learned. I'm trying to do it more. Almost giving myself a little space square haircut there, but it works out. Because there, if you buffer it, as you say, then it works out just fine, and you just got to remember to do it. And there, I was going to say, so it's like one-on-one off there. So if you have the rhythm down, that section is much improved by just holding down, the input. But the section after it still requires you to pay attention to its existence, which I should have anticipated. No! Speaking of things I should have anticipated, the roof, the ceiling, whatever you want to call it. Anyway, it was there, gradually and then suddenly. But it's alright. Due to the principles of reincarnation inherent in mathematics, apparently, we are right back where we died from. Ish. I forget where it was. That's how pleasant reincarnation is. You don't even have to remember how you died. And I'm glad that our little dude is... I'm glad that our little dude is not very upset about it, and that he can keep, a noble and stoic visage through all of this, because Lord knows he has been through a lot. No. Yeah, I knew you could do it. I just, I don't do it every time. I don't know why. Speaking of things I don't know why about, I think the reason I don't do it every time is that I usually spend a portion of it blinking away the sight of my abject failure. And raising my hands as if to curse the clouds for being clouds and the trees for being trees. Or in this case, the spikes for being spikes. And the plaid towers for not supporting me through my careless recklessness. And other failures. Or for being there whenever I rocket shipped into them, or whatever caused me to perish on whatever given day. Who has time to recall all the ways they died in Geometry Dash? I have died more than a couple thousand now, so I don't even remember the funniest one anymore. It all fades. The important thing is just to blink whenever you're going through a backwards portal, and then you'll be fine. I forgot to blink. See, like right there, I couldn't have held the button down because I had to use my hand to figuratively hold my skull in its position on the planet, and not just go shooting right off of the top of my head. For what is a head without a skull? Not much. Not much, I tell you. Only the part of the brain that keeps the uninteresting parts going. I bet without a skull I couldn't even play Geometry Dash, and that would be a loss. I mean, not like for the world, or for art, or even for YouTube, but for geometry. Where else are they gonna get a guy to cheerfully misidentify shapes? Where else? Please don't answer that. Sure, I'm not the first one. There's probably millions of people that also say shapes badly. Let me have this before I die to whatever's gonna kill me here. Alright. Joyous black and white section. Ah. Oh. Hi, Jason. Hi, Inosa. We've done 68 attempts, it says, but really we've done more. But you say that I sound like a D&D GM. That's very, that's interesting that you would say that. No, I have never done that. Natasha correctly points out that that's more people than I want to corral around. But if there was like a really good computer program that, you know, generated NPCs for me to command rather than humans for me to work with, then I would definitely do it. And probably play no other games ever again. But no, I don't have much of a Dungeons and Dragons background. I would say 95% of what I know about it comes from playing Baldur's Gate 3. I have played in a D&D tabletop game before, but it did not go like to tons of sessions, and it just I wasn't the DM. I didn't have an awesome time for all of the game. If you guys have played D&D, I think it's a standard set of things. You know, people not showing up to the games, or, you know, not paying attention, or whatever thing. You know, basically there's a lot of that, and I had fun with it, but I sort of soured on the experience, and ultimately didn't end up really liking spending my time that way. But like in my head, I would love to be a guy who plays tabletop games, but yeah, it's too many people. Ah, not again. But if you guys have not played Baldur's Gate 3, let me lend my voice to the chorus of people that praise it. It's really a marvel. I said whenever I was playing it, and I hold this position today, that it's the coolest game I've ever played. Just simply going through Act 1. Like, I'm 38, right? the first RPG I played was Final Fantasy, the first one. I got it for my 5th birthday. It's how I learned to read. Baldur's Gate 3 represents to me like the culmination of every dream for what a video game RPG can be. It's a marvel. I just died again. Yes, I've been told about the swag route, but usually I take my hand away from the input to gesticulate at the air in anger and fury whenever I die. But anyway, Baldur's Gate 3, an absolute triumph. The finest RPG probably that I've ever played. I wouldn't call it my favorite game, but just in terms of scope and storytelling and all other considerations, everything that makes a game great, it has. So I'm sure you've heard that before, but it's all true. And most of what I know about D&D just comes from playing Baldur's Gate. And I know it's just sort of loosely based on forgetting to jump there. Jason, you want to calm down on the frequency, man? Please. Okay. I'm not really that hopeful. I mean, we'll get it eventually. Alright, so immediate jump, then a tumble down. Almost got to 91%. I mean, that's not really showing that we almost got to 91%, but I swear, if you ignore the very preventable death that happened there at 9, you know, we almost had it. Very nearly. Ah, you're joking. Terrible. No reason to be dying there. Or on a similar obstacle even earlier. No reason at all. Except that I apparently find it very challenging to jump over them properly. I think I'm just worried too much about how close I need to get. Well, clearly not that worried about it. I'll need to be slightly more worried than that about it. Like, yeah, that's why I died to an easily preventable series of triangles. I ran right into them because I was careful. I was just trying to be careful. Okay. Absolute ridiculous. Alright, so, like I said, you know, we really almost got to 91. To 91%. I need my controller to work again. I'm gonna blame the inputs. No, I'd be making these failures anywhere. Like, look at that. I tried the spacebar just as bad. But the problem is that no matter if I'm using like my forehead to bonk against the screen or my old PS4 controller or this mouse, it's still me controlling it. So there's a pretty hard ceiling on how well I'm going to perform on any given run. But maybe we can get to that ceiling, which is at 89%. I didn't jump. Gosh, yes, if I connected before the game opened last time. I don't know. Like I said, it saved the jumper stats and everything, and the jumper Steam achievement and all that. The game still knows I did it. Alright, now after passing a forest of the easiest obstacles in the game, we can play a little bit more. Didn't jump into the backwards portal into the black and white. Ridiculous. Terrible. Oh my goodness. Hey there, Liam. Okay. I guess that happens there sometimes. Apparently, I am hellbent on... Sick, Aster said the problem isn't me, it's the problem isn't the game, the problem is between the keyboard and this chair. Yeah, I know, right? Because if the game's cheating, it's your fault for still playing it. Like, you're not a genius if you figure out that Mario Kart AI is cheating the whole time. You're just paying attention. But if you thought the computer in Mario Kart was playing fair, everybody's lying to you. You're a better racer than they are, and the game is lying to you. Alright, with a strategic blink, I can run right into those. Amazing, flawless, timeless, and classic. Just a triumphant way to meet one's end. Fortunately, we have been once again reincarnated into a stoic green box, the best kind of green box. You wouldn't think that there would be a ranking system, but imagine a green box with a sassy little attitude in his face. And then this one, nonplussed, brave, resigned to his fate. He probably goes to sleep singing that song Little Boxes that used to be attached to a television show. I didn't really watch it. I only know it because this band Man Man did a cover of it. They used to have all these different bands do their theme song, and Man Man did it one time. Anyway, it's called Little Boxes. Little Boxes is also several of the words inside of the song. They're described as being on the hillside and also in other places. Look it up if you want. I've already told you basically everything that goes on in it. But it's not like a great Man Man song. It's not even that weird by their standards. They didn't write it. Okay. Now all we gotta do is make it through. Okay, so that's what's going on. We're about to go through a portal there. 92%. Liam, yeah, shoot the identifier in the chat. I'll be happy to take a look at it here in just a second. Well, you know, at least we made a huge improvement. And now I know, so flip to the upside down, quick jump over a triple, then a drop, then a jump over another triple, and then we have the portal, and we need to immediately start controlling the rocket ship, and then it looks like a slalom thing, so that'll be between 93 on. So I think that'll crack it. There'll probably something weird right before the end, probably like another flip, maybe into like an upside down box thing. Trying to think. I don't think there'll be another reverse thing before it. I know people have said in chat that they just died at like 97% on Time Machine. And now that I've played Time Machine and been at 93, I'm like, what could be at 97 that would kill you? It could just be a narrow little thing to get through. I don't know. We'll see. But that upside down bit, it's jarring going there, but now that I know what it is, you know, I'll be able to do it some of the time. It's like I've already got, and the ship goes upside down. Yep. I was not ready. I saw the portal and I saw it was 2 rings, but I was like, I didn't have time to figure out what that was going to mean for the future, except for, you know, imminent doom. All right. Ay, ay, ay. 96%. Oh, that's gonna be tough. Nah, it'll be fine. I want to get there in this stream, but I might not be able to. That was close, though. But now I know exactly where that person who said to me, I just died at 97% on Time Machine was at. Now I feel what they are feeling. That's not true. No one feels what anybody else is feeling. Least of all me. Least of all me. Why? Impermissible. Ah, man. Silliness. I died there once earlier. That's just failure to pay attention. I was looking too far ahead. I was thinking about what wasn't in front of me. It's a struggle. All right. I thought I had slightly more time there. I clearly misjudged my position. Else I would be dying somewhere else this very instant, rather than triumphantly reincarnated into a rolling rock, shaped like a boulder, that is also shaped like a stone, that is shaped exactly like a rectangle, that is shaped like a square. With little beady eyes, and a flat, unfeeling visage. He is an inspiration to me, and hopefully to everybody else. Why? So much for being an inspiration. Now he's dead, and now we have seen the new incarnation. Some thousands of smashes later, and he can keep a straight face. Why can't I? Why can't I? Thank you for your positive attitudes, Liam. 96%. Alright, so sorry if you put a custom level in the chat, it didn't come through. I think maybe my settings weren't there, but I'm not going to be able to play it. I have got to go back to work, unfortunately. I mean, fortunately, it is good to have a job. Let no malign entity hear me say that I don't want to go to work and take my job away from me. I wish I had more money than I have. Alright, let's see. Alright, Liam, let's go ahead and link the thing. I'll be able to just play it for a couple minutes, but we'll play this one more time. And you go ahead and throw the link in there, and we'll try out the custom. But I only have a few minutes. I've absolutely got to get back to work on time. It's Saturday at 5 o'clock at the restaurant. I can be 3 minutes late in the morning. I must not be late right now. Not least that the people that I'm working alongside are relying on me to be there on time, because I'm always there on time. No! Alright, one more time. This is a great level. Okay. Well, anyway. Alright. Alright. Hey, cats are cool. We're just about to end it. Somebody recommended this one to me the other day, and I don't remember what it was. Alright. This thing. So we'll play it, because I was gonna play a custom to round it out, and I didn't get sent one. But yeah, so we beat Jumper this morning. We got to 96% on Time Machine, which is real nice. But I am about to go back to work, because those steaks are not going to cook themselves. Alright, so where do I jump here? Probably where the little arrows are. Yep, probably where the little arrows are. Oh no, it's this thing. I always give up when these happen. No, we're fine. Alright, we have to jump where the little arrow is. Got it. This is really pretty too. Oh look, cherry trees. I'll just die here forever. I mean, like, in a positive way. I do love some sakura trees. What a pretty level. I don't remember who recommended that to me. It would have been a couple of days ago maybe, but I remembered it and I wanted to go and check it out. But anyway, thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. I have got to go to work, but I'll be on in 5 or 6 hours to play hopefully the 7th chapter of Celeste to completion, and then I'll be around playing various things. So Liam, if you link it, then I could play it, but you did not link it the 4 times that there were minutes in between me asking you to link it and that, because I looked in the stream chat and I didn't get it. And I'm not blaming you for not doing it, but I don't see it. So well, you can't blame me for not playing your level if you don't know how to link it, because I can't just find it, man. But I hope you have a good night, and I'll be around later, and maybe we can work it out. But see everybody. Bye, Natasha. Bye, cats are cool. Bye, Nosa. Bye, Liam. Bye, Toby. Bye, Shar. Bye, Jason. Bye, Lissix. And I will be back some other time. If you're watching this from the future, disregard all of the time-sensitive information.